Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So as always, you guys, you are more than likely to hear the sounds of the universe because I have my window open. It's just too hot, and I can't be in here suffocating while I'm trying to talk to y'all. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now, let me start off with these public service announcements before I get into the details of the video. Yesterday, I decided to call the California pandemic EBT / regular EBT customer service line. I just wanted to see if they have been updated as to what's been going on with California pandemic EBT, you know, knowing when are they're going to start distributing the cards and that kind of thing. Okay, so I did this when it was tax time. For those of you guys who have been subscribed for a while, you guys know that I've become obsessed and I will call every day to see if I get the same answer. So I did 2 phone calls yesterday, and I'm going to let you guys know what happened. So on the first phone call, I got through and I spoke to a woman who told me that they were not actually sending out cards for school-age children or for children under the age of 6. She said that they are going to be sending out cards at the end of this month for children who did not receive the last cards, I believe in August and September, because that was the P-EBT extension for California. Now, there were a couple of other states. I want to say there was about 15 to 20 states that received benefits for August and September under the pandemic EBT extension program, which means they only got benefits for 2 months, and that was for August and September. California was one of them. So she's saying that the children that did not receive cards for the previous school year are going to be getting those cards in June. So I asked her, I said, well, on the United States Department of Agriculture website, it states that you guys are supposed to be sending out cards towards the end of this month for children under the age of 6, and then for school age children, they're going to be sending out those cards in August. She said she didn't know anything about that, that's what they were told. That's the only information that they were given. Okay, so I hung up with her. I talked to her for a while, actually, trying to figure out what's going on. And she herself was actually a recipient. She has young children, and she was saying herself that, you know, she hopes that it's not like that because she needs the benefits herself. So I called back in. I want to say this was probably around, I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock in the evening when I called the first time. The second time I called, it was, I want to say around 7 o'clock, because it says the EBT line is supposed to be open 24/7. So I called later on in the day, and I spoke to a gentleman who, he sounded disgruntled before I even gave him my name. He just sounded like he did not want to be there. But anyways, I decided to ask him the same questions. I asked him if he knew anything about pandemic EBT, when they were going to be distributing cards, if anything of that nature. And he said that there was no information. They haven't been updated. As far as they know, that they are going to be distributing cards for school year 2022 all the way in November. That's the information that he gave me. And so I let him in on the fact that I had made a phone call previously that day and told him that you guys are both giving me different information. And to which his response was, well, that's the only information that I have here on my screen, but I can give you a website. And then he gave me the website for the California Department of Social Services, which I check that website very frequently. As a matter of fact, I don't think I checked it yesterday. I have my laptop pulled up here, so I want to take a look at it right now and see if there is anything different on that site. I highly doubt that there is, but let me just check, because their website hadn't been updated. When I checked the pandemic EBT website, yeah, see on here, it says, please note, we cannot yet answer questions about pandemic EBT 2.0 or any issues with pandemic EBT 2.0, but it gives the number that I called for you to call. So let me see if there's any, yeah. See on here, it says there is no, they haven't updated this website at all. It says the same information that I provided to you guys already previously in another video when I was talking about pandemic EBT 2.0. As of May 1st, 2021, California has not been approved to issue pandemic EBT. We already know that that is not where we are right now, because we have been approved and we're on the website. To prepare for pandemic EBT, eligible families with school-age children should make sure their school has their most current mailing address on file. There would be no pandemic EBT 2.0 application. Yeah, and this is talking about updating your information no later than March 12, 2021, because that's when they had intended on distributing these benefits, and there's nothing else outside of that. So I just want to let you guys know that I do intend on calling today. That's what I do. That's a part of my research. That's how I do. I call because sometimes agents know things and sometimes they don't. Sometimes one knows something that the other one may not. But I will be calling obsessively for the rest of this week, just so you know. But outside of that, I just wanted to update you guys on what they told me when I called. You guys can feel free to call in if you guys want to call in yourself. The number for California Pandemic EBT customer service is 877-328-9677. So just call in and press the option that says if you want to replace a lost or stolen card, and then it will patch you through to a representative, and then you can just ask them questions. You can even have them look up your child's information to see if there is a card in the system. The first lady that I did speak to did mention that they were printing out cards. It's just that the cards that she said they're printing out are not what we thought, not the same thing that coincides with what's on the USDA website. Okay, now let's talk about a little bit of what's going on at the White House, what's been going on with these talks for this new package. So it said that Biden actually rejected the latest offer on the infrastructure last Friday. Okay. He says that the White House says they will continue negotiations throughout next week. It says Biden spoke to the West Virginia senator by phone, and she conveyed a new offer from her group, which consisted of an about $50 billion increase in spending across a number of infrastructure programs. The president expressed his gratitude for her effort and goodwill, but also indicated that the current offer did not meet his objectives to grow the economy, tackle the climate crisis, and create new jobs. Okay, and this was coming specifically from Press Secretary Jen Psaki. She said this in a statement when she addressed everybody. She added that Biden would continue to engage a number of senators in both parties in hopes of achieving a more substantial package, and that he planned to speak again with Capito, I think that's the name of the lady, the lead Republican negotiator on the infrastructure package. He planned to speak to her yesterday. I haven't seen anything that came out as of lately regarding how that meeting or conversation has went. So far, they're saying that everything is completely far apart. We know this already, though. They're going to be going back and forth like they were with all the other packages. I call them toddlers because they're all basically stomping their feet and crossing their arms, saying what they want. None of it really has a lot to do with what we need and what we want, but more or less them trying to push their own individual agendas or whatever. If you guys see smoke, I have some incense. I don't want you guys to think something is going on. Let me just show y'all real quick, because you know people be talking, but there is a incense cone in here. I like to light incense in my house. It makes me feel good. Okay. But anyways, said the Republicans' nearly $1 trillion counterproposal offered last week included $257 billion in new spending. That's more than their earlier proposal, they're saying. Yeah, because their proposal before that wasn't at $1 trillion. But even with the additional $50 billion offered, is way less than what we know Biden wants to spend. Okay, it says Wednesday, Biden offered the Senate Republicans a proposal to pay for an infrastructure package that would include a number of tax increases, but not reverse anything in the 2017 tax cut bill signed into law by our dearly departed President Donald Trump. Democrats have warned that they might have to pass legislation on their own in a partisan process if an agreement is not reached soon. Okay, so now we've got Senator Joe Manchin, who's always, I want to say for the last 8 to 9 months, Senator Joe Manchin's name has been coming up a lot. He is a Democratic representative of West Virginia, but he doesn't share a lot of the views from a lot of his Democratic peers. He actually shares views, or I can't even really say whose views he shares. I think they're all trying to push their own personal agenda. But he has made it clear that he doesn't want Democrats to advance key items like the infrastructure on Biden's agenda without Republican votes. So he is trying to make sure that they don't do this in a partisan way. Now, on that note, we had some information going out saying that they were trying to make it possible. They're trying to bust the filibuster. They're trying to make it to where the process that they used, the budget reconciliation process that they used the last time, that they're not able to use that again in the future. It says the Senate parliamentarians ruling allowing Democrats to sidestep a GOP filibuster only one more time in 2021 is forcing Democratic lawmakers to rethink how they can advance President Biden's agenda. There's a lot of information going on about how they're going to do this. There's a lot of back and forth. We know that the Democrats want to push their agenda ahead, and hopefully they want to do it with bipartisan support. But we also know that the Republicans are not for a lot of the things that is in this proposal. Democratic aides now say the 2.3 trillion infrastructure package will have to be even bigger since they have just one more opportunity before the 2022 election year to go in it alone on this major issue. They're saying bottom line is the next one has to be bigger because they don't want to split it up. They don't want to do a little package here, a skinny package here, another skinny package here. They want to do it all in one lump sum because they know that that's, in their mind, that's going to be the best way that they can get this package to push through. Okay. Democrats aren't counting on passing another reconciliation package after April 1st, 22, which they are entitled to do under the Senate rules because it will be just months away from the crucial midterm elections and the political dynamic could be much different then. So they're hoping to get all of this done, obviously, before the elections or whatever, because things could change. Who knows what may happen after the elections? They may not be in control anymore. Okay. Parliamentarian Elizabeth McDonald indicated to Schumer's staff in April that they would be able to create multiple reconciliation vehicles this year. Whether or not they're going to take that and use it is one thing. Now, let's talk about these tax refunds that are going out for the unemployment benefits. The IRS, no, not for the unemployment benefits. Yeah, the IRS will be sending out millions of refunds for taxes paid on the unemployment benefits. It says that they had already sent out some benefits in a wave last week. They're scheduled to send out another $2.8 million in refunds just this week. Now, I'm not sure what days they're going to be doing it. I highly encourage you guys to check your transcripts. I have a video talking about how to check your transcripts and which transcripts to check. Okay, now everybody is not guaranteed to get a refund back from their unemployment benefits that they were paid, but check your transcripts if you can. Call if you can get through and talk to someone. Okay, it says the refunds will be distributed because there is new legislation. It's not really new, we already know all of that, but just updating you guys on that. Now for the the child tax credits that are supposed to start next month, July 15th, they have released some type of schedule. I don't know how credible this schedule is. I mean, this is not on the website, the IRS website, and I haven't checked to see if it's on there. Let me see if I can look that information up while I am on here. I can't spell. But I haven't seen anything to back this up. This schedule. I like to verify information from the source itself because even though these sources sometimes can be reliable, there's always a chance that they can be giving you misleading information too. So if it's not on the IRS website, then let me see here. If there's anything on here, I don't see anything and pertains to a schedule. But according to this source, the schedule is supposed to start July 15th, and then there's supposed to be a payment on August 15th, and then August 13th, and then the 15th of every month until the end of the year. Okay, so the only day that will be different would be in August. In August, you're supposed to get a payment on the 15th. Now, what they are doing right now is sending out letters. If you guys don't know about this, I'm letting you know. It says the Internal Revenue Service has started sending out letters to more than 36 million families. American families who, based on tax returns filed with the agency, may be eligible to receive the monthly child tax credit payment starting in July. Okay, the expanded and newly advanced child tax credit was authorized by the American Rescue Plan enacted in March. So basically, they're sending out letters to let you guys know if you are eligible to receive these payments, and they're going to be giving you an estimated amount of how much you can expect to receive monthly based off of your tax return. Now, as far as I know, they're going to go off of your 2020. If that's not available, then they're going to go off of your 2019. Now, the current amount, which has not changed, is $3,600, which will be paid in 300 monthly stipends for children that are 6 and under. And then it's $3,000, which will be paid in $250 monthly stipends for children who are between the ages of 6 and 17. Okay, so that is all the information that I have for you guys today. I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on. I'm going to continue to follow what's going on with the infrastructure package because regardless of whether there's another stimulus payment in there or not, I do believe that depending on how the states plan to spend this money, you know what I mean? There are states that are already right now trying to do extra stimulus payments for their states, and then other resources they're trying to do as well to help their residents. So we don't know how states are going to spend this money. I don't actually know if there is any rule saying that it has to go to here or if it has to go to there. I do know that states have been given money from the previous package that was passed, where we got the $1,400 stimulus checks, and they have a certain amount of time to use all of that money up before they have to give it back. Okay, so who knows what other programs could come about in the coming months. So I will definitely continue to follow all of these stories and let you guys know. Okay, yeah, so it says it here too. The IRS will issue advanced child tax credits payments on July 15th, August 13th, September 15th, October 15th, November 15th, and December 15th. Okay. So basically, like I said, the 15th of every month, except for August, you'll get it on the 13th. All right. Now, obviously, there is nothing that has changed when it comes to emergency SNAP Max benefits for the month of June. I have not seen any states that have been approved for the month of July. So on that note, you guys, I am going to say, I hope this information was in some way helpful, useful. Remember to live, love, and elevate, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video.